There. This is your weekly horoscope from a Scorpio Tarot for the week of November 17th through the 24th. I had to think about that. Okay, so for your recent past, we have Two of Pentacles, the Star, and Eight of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about balance and adaptability or inadaptability. It's about prioritizing something. Making decisions, balancing decisions, time management, um, of setting an example. It could be like balancing like work life and being a mom, something like that as an example. The star energy has to do with hope. It's a good energy, but it usually has to do with clarity, and hope and faith and inspiration. It's mostly spiritual, it could be religious, but nonetheless, it's a good omen, okay? Eight of Pentacles is about education, skill development, okay? Perseverance. So, adaptability, prioritization, spirituality. So you're prioritizing your spirituality over mostly everything else. It looks like you're mastering. Um, Almost like you're at the point where you want to be spiritually, and you're able to bring balance between that and your life. Basically, that was your recent past. Your current situation, Queen of Swords. Okay, so think air signs, Libra, Aquarius, um, another air, Gemini. The world, accomplishment, completion, arriving, success. Wherever you're at in your life, you've arrived. um, this is where you're meant to be, okay? Um, and it took you being perceptive and having direct communication and independent thought to get there. Knight of Cups. You followed your heart in order to get to the world. This world card. Future energy, the moon, mystery, dreams, subconscious, trust. The Hierophant, tradition. So you have trust in what you're doing is best for your family life. Um, you're trying your best to conform to traditional society and its rules, I guess, instead of letting your emotions control everything. Um, in a sense, you're being more mature about things, and I don't want to say you're conforming because I don't like that word, but in a sense, you're conforming to society. Um, Never mind about how I feel about things, and more or less about how my home life is and how they feel about things. They're more important to you, right? Okay. Um, and then Six of Wands, award, victory, um, public recognition. So you're being recognized for your hard work, okay? Um, you may not feel it right now. Um, may feel a little, I don't want to say dull. I get that word in my head right now, dull. Almost like, is this really it? Yes. But think about how it could be if you didn't have all those things that you have right now. This is all that you've worked for, and you finally have it. You just don't feel the high that you thought you would feel. Okay? There may be underlying factors. It could be, environment. Um, the economy is not the greatest right now. You know what I mean? With the government and all that, that could be a factor. But ultimately, what I'm getting at is where you're at in life right now is where you're supposed to be. Appreciate it. Think about how much worse it could be, and you know how much worse it could be because you've had it a lot worse. So, anytime you start to think, oh, well, this is dull, well, you know what? This is better than struggling, right? Even if you may even get the feeling that you're struggling, and that's just you being dramatic. Let's just be real, okay? You're not struggling. It may feel like you're struggling, but that, like I said, that's just your trauma about you. When it all boils down to it, at the end of the day, you are absolutely happy with what you have. You just have that tendency to always think about, well, what if, what else could I, what else, or what if, or why don't I have? Try to get out of that. Let me pull 3 more cards just to clarify. Nine of Pentacles, good card, self-care, satisfaction, luxury, reward. Nine of Cups, happiness, satisfaction, emotional stability. That's ultimately the goal, right? If you can't control your financial situation, if you can't control your work situation or how any of that stuff, you can control how you react to it, and you can control your emotional stability the best you can. Okay, so Five of Swords is an interesting card to come out at this point. It's usually an air energy, so the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It could have to do with betrayal or selfishness, okay? Or abusive relationships. So I have a feeling that it says this is a person or energy in your past, okay? You don't want that again. So think of it whenever you think, okay, things are a little quiet, things are a little dull. Think about how the past was with that energy and how much worse it was then than it is now, okay? That's what I have for you this week. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonated with you, because I am curious. I do know a few cancers. And to me, it fits well with their situation, but I'm just curious. I want to hear back from you guys. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonated with you. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already.